Hi, how you doing? Hi, my name's Carl. It's about as far as it went with a lot of the other Nevada delegation, even the leadership. The leadership didn't approach us, didn't talk to us, didn't ask us any questions about how we're doing, talk about any of the history or the animosity between us. It was kind of silent treatment. I believe it was a Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? I'm not sure the exact days. It's kind of foggy to me now. But eventually, a person named Nick Vanderpool came up and spoke to us, the identified Ron Paul delegation for Nevada, came and talked to us and asked us about the vote. And we're like, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. So, nice of you to come talk to us, type of conversation with him. And he was real, I could tell he was real stressed. He was real concerned about the conversation that was getting ready to take place, like he was pushed into this conversation type of thing. Now, I was real nice to him. We were real nice to him. We're like, what are our options, And he told us our options were to vote for McCain or abstain. And abstain to us means we might as well not even be here. We talked about the pros and cons of giving the Nevada delegation a unanimous front for John McCain. At that point, we looked at the rules. We had reviewed the rules, what we could find. We never received any rules when we went to the convention. There was no book of rules like we experienced at county meetings, state meetings, things like that. So we were able to piece together what we believed to be the rules, and we believed to be that John McCain would be the only nominee for president for the Republican Party. So at that point, being people that follow the rules to the T, because that's what we believe in, we knew John McCain would be the only person that could get a vote from us. And we didn't want to abstain, and we didn't want to protest. So we told him, we'll give Nevada a unanimous front. All 34 delegates for John McCain. He was kind of stunned at that point because he hadn't talked to us, because no one had talked to us, because we were treated, given the silent treatment, treated like leopards for those couple days there. We kind of gave them a shock to the system that, oh, whoa, maybe these guys are
It seems to me highly unusual for a convention to be conducted this way. The conventions I've always seen on TV, there's often a lot of different viewpoints expressed, and why do you think that the McCain campaign went to such great lengths to harass and intimidate the very few people who might have had a different viewpoint?
I'm not exactly positive of why they want to do it. I mean, I believe they're scared for some reason, or they just want to seem like they have this unanimous. They just want to seem like they have overwhelming support from the Republicans, which is a powerful message that you want to send to the country if you're trying to be elected as president. You must present this strong front that everyone's behind you, even though there's this this percentage of dissent per se, or percentage of people who don't fully support you. They kind of wanted to block that out, hide that at all costs, make sure none of that made it on camera. I can understand their point of view on that. So that's probably the reason why we were followed, to make sure that we didn't.
Does this raise any questions for you, or any concern about a McCain presidency?
Yes. What I experienced at the Republican National Convention did not feel like America to me. I participated in a process that I thought was democratic. I got elected all the way through the steps of it, but I got to the precipice of it, the top. I became a national delegate, but I was being followed. I was being pressured. I was being called names. I didn't understand. I'm just participating here. Why such the animosity towards me and my friends? At that level, I would think, welcome everybody here. Let's support our candidate. He's our only candidate for president for the Republican Party. Let's welcome everybody. It's not what I experienced. So it does put some questions in my mind of how, in my mind, the McCain campaign was running this affair, of how they would treat anybody that doesn't have a unanimous message with them.
Now, I understand that the federal government provided about $50 million towards security to the convention, or to the city of St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Do you suppose that any of the people that followed you were being paid from that money? And if so, do you think it was a legitimate use of the money?
I can't really voice an opinion. I don't know. I'm sure $50 million it got split up pretty evenly, or allocated to certain larger things. But there was a lot of levels of security there. I mean, like I said, it was color-coded security on the floor. Secret Service, I'm sure, you had the people with the earpieces, normal police officers, plainclothes officers. So there's a lot of levels of security. I'm sure some of the money probably flowed in from the federal government.
I mean, I can understand using the money for security, but it seems to me that what you experienced didn't have anything to do with security, really. It had to do more with politics than security.
Oh, it's definitely politics is the reason why we're being followed. We don't agree with the policy of John McCain. I had one person tell me during my time in the convention, this is John McCain country, because several of my people had Ron Paul pins. I believe one person had a Ron Paul T-shirt or something. Somebody rude enough to go, this is McCain country, just glaring at us. We're just like, thought this was my country. It's just like, what is this we're dealing with here? And then we had by the week's end, by the last day that we were there, we went from a couple security guards to, at one point we had 7 security guards following a group of 3 of us. Of course, we messed with them too. We went in and out the doors of the convention, and you know how you have the double doors going in and out of a place. We'd walk into one half of the door and then walk back, and then watch them walk back. So we had fun with it. I made sure we didn't make them too happy. But on the last day I was there, I approached the guy, one of these guys that was following us. He didn't have a security outfit on. He just had an earpiece in. I'm not sure what level of security he was. I said, can I get a picture with you? He kind of backed off, went to his earpiece, looked around, did that. And he didn't want me, obviously, to have any contact with him. But then he got done with this conversation in his ear, and he kind of took another step forward, and I said, do you know why you're following me? And he kind of looked at me and he says, I have no idea why I'm following you. He says, I'm not a black hat. No, he said, I have no idea why I'm following you. I said, it's because I support Ron Paul, the message of freedom. And then he says, I'm not a black hat. So to me, when he said I'm not a black hat, that's what the black hats were for to me. So he basically sold out the reasoning for the black hats and the security. And I'm not sure the quantity of black hats, but I did see quite a few of them on the delegation floor. So that security guard, or whatever he was, basically clued me into what a black hat was for political reasons.
That concludes my questions. Do you have anything you'd like to say that I haven't covered?
I don't know. Do I?
How did you enjoy the convention overall? Tell me that.
Convention, it's what I expected to be. You need security there, of course. I didn't expect to be treated like I did by my own delegation, Nevada delegation. The media presence was nice. Seeing people voicing their protests around was nice. So overall, it was a fairly tight-run ship, as it needed to be, because the level of leadership and politicians were there. So it was a good experience. It was a good learning experience. I'm glad I participated in it. It really opened up my eyes as to where our country has gone. It's not the land of the free that I thought it was, a couple years ago. My eyes have been really opened up to the fact that few people are in control of this country, and they're keeping tight reins on it. And if you have a different opinion to the way they have policy, that they'll quickly silence you, or they'll divert you in another direction where you waste your time on something else. And I saw that firsthand at the state level, and then at the national level.